Today we will get into the next method called as internal rate of return method. We also call it as in short IRR method. What is internal rate of return method? So this method is going to give us a particular percentage wherein the cash outflow is equal to cash inflow. So at which percentage the cash inflows will be equal to cash outflow. So this will be compared with cost of capital to decide whether the project to be taken or not to be taken. So if IRR is more than the cutoff rate, more than the cost of capital, that will be selected, otherwise it will be rejected. So we are getting to the next method, as I told, internal rate of return method. There are two situations there. First situation is when cash inflows are equal. That means every year the cash inflows are the same at the time how to go about. So here I have a problem in front of me. An equipment involves an initial investment of rupees 6 lakhs and annual cash inflow estimated at rupees 2 lakhs for 5 years. Calculate IRR. So every year it is 2 lakhs and initial investment is 6 lakhs at the time how to go about. So as usual, so cash inflow first we have to write for every year as given in the problem. Every year cash inflow is 2 lakhs. So I am writing for the 5 years. They have given in the problem life is 5 years. Then this calculation is almost similar to that of the previous method, NPV method, but we have a different trial rates. How to get into that I will explain to you. So PV factor also we have to take, okay, at what percentage, and I have taken here 2, it may be more than 2 also possible. So how to choose a particular rate here is the question. So if particular rate is given like NPV at 10%, we have to find one more percentage. Otherwise, if nothing is given, only IRR, how to go about. So for that, first we go for calculation of PV of annuity factor. We call that as PV AF table. So if I put this formula, approximately I will come to know within what IRR rate will come. So which are the rates within that the IRR will lie therein. So we have to find out. So original investment 6 lakh rupees. Average cash inflow 2 lakh rupees. So if I divide, I have here the factor as 3. So I have annuity factor as 3. So how to find an annuity factor we have to check. This is 5 years information. So I have a table here. So wherein you are going to find the PV of annuity table. So here we have to get into the 5th year and we have to go on checking here in which particular percentage you are going to get the factor is very much near to the factor 3. So if I look here, I have a table in front of me. So at the 5th year, I have very much near to 3 is 19 and 20. So 19 and 20, at 19 we have it as 3.058 and at 20% we have as 2.991. So that is the value we have here. So there lies the IRR. So I have to take 19 and 20% or I have to take the different one. So I will take one less. I will take 18 and 20 as trial rate, which is from the annuity table. So let me get into the working now. So when I am choosing the rates, I have taken 18% and 20%. We have to find the PV factor at 18% and PV factor at 20%. So I have the values with me at 18%. So I will write the values there. And also I have at 20%. You can refer PV table or you can calculate on your own PV factors. So I have written. So like earlier we have found NPV. We have to go for multiplying CIs with PV factor. So I have written here column number 2 into 3 or PV factor into cash inflow, one and the same. So I will multiply now 2 lakh into PV factor here at 18%. So first year 1,69,400. Second year 2 lakh into this PV factor 1,43,600. 1,21,600. 1,03,087,400. So similar to earlier PV, add all the PVs of CIs 6,25,000 after adding all the 5 years PV. So that will be total PV of cash inflow less virtual investment. Virtual investment is given as 6 lakhs. So NPV is positive here 25,000. So this says that there is a profit at 18%. Always better to choose a higher version here, higher percentage, so that this NPV will be minus. So if NPV is minus, you are very much sure that IRR will lie between these two rates. If it is plus also fine, but it is better to always have one minus value. So if you have to get minus value here, the percentage should be more, so that CIs will be less. Please listen carefully and understand. If you have to get minus NPV here, the percentage should be more, so that cash inflows will be less than the investment. Then you get a minus, that is loss. So let me get into here multiplication. 2 lakh rupees into PV factor or 20%. So I'll get into that part of it. So first year at 20% I'm doing at present. So I have multiplied here, as you can see, the cash inflow multiplied with PV factor at 20%. I done for all the 3 or the 5 years. I'll add now 5,97,600. So there's a total PV of inflow less virtual investment, same as this 6 lakhs. So you're going to find minus here minus 2,400. So one NPV is plus, one NPV is minus. Suppose you don't get it, both are plus. Again you have to go for one more trial method. By increasing the percentage, we have to work this similar one more percentage till we get a minus. That is going to be good. So we also have another name for IRR called trial and error method. Trial and error method is also same as IRR method. So let me substitute now. Before substituting the formula for IRR, so what is ABCD? I will explain here. A is PV factor at lower trial rate. I have tried two trial rates, 18% and 20%. Which is the less one? 18%. So that is called lower trial rate. Which is the higher rate? 20%. Then total PV of CIs at lower trial rate will be C. Lower trial rate is 18%. Total PV of cash inflow, not NPV. Don't mistake. We have to find total PV of cash inflows. That is rupees 6,25,000. D is total PV of CIs at a higher trial rate. So higher trial rate is 20%. So total PV of cash inflow 5,97,600. Then O is virtual investment, that is 6 lakhs. So we have to substitute, identify what is A, B, C, D and O. Then we have to substitute for the formula. A is 18%. I'll just take it as 18. Don't convert that into decimals. Just take it as 18 only. Then C is 6,25,000. O, virtual investment 6 lakhs. Again C, 6,25,000. D is 5,97,600. Then multiply the value between A and B and A. B is 20%, A is 18%. So if you simplify here, you are going to get a value 6,25,000 minus 6 lakhs, 25,000. 6,25,000 minus 5,97,600. You are going to get 27,200. Then 20 minus 18 is 2. So we have to divide 25 divided by 27,400 into 2 we have to do. So there we get the value as 1.8248. If we add now 19.8248 percentage. So internal rate of return is 19.8248 percentage. At this percentage, total inflows will be equal to total outflows. This is the IRR.